Does Topaz need her Lightcone to actually function good and be viable to use? I don't know what the Lightcone does, and I guess we're going to figure that out today. HoYoverse 14 hours ago posted this post here talking about her Lightcone, and I guess the Lightcone banner as well, and probably some of her abilities as well. So we're going to be going over everything that we see in these articles here today, and see, does she really need her Lightcones? But first, let's go over all of her skills and stuff like that, or everything they released about her. I'm assuming they are talking about what her actual talents do now. So let's go ahead, or traces, I mean, let's go ahead and talk about those. So her first trace is when Topaz uses a basic attack to deal damage, it will be considered as a follow-up attack. That is really big. This means that you could probably make her pretty SP positive because you're not having to use a skill every single attack, considering her basic attack counts as a follow-up attack, meaning you can get numby to come back to the front faster and attack more often. Her second one is financial turmoil, which that's what she had the whole planet of Belobog in when she arrived. Increased Topaz and Numby's damage dealt to the enemies with targets with a fire weakness, so basically just does more damage to enemies that are weak to fire, which is pretty nice. Yeah, cool. Fire weakness. You put the fire character against the fire weak enemies, and they do a good job. And then finally, Stonk's Market. Hey, yo. After Numby uses an attack while in the Windfall Bonanza state, Topaz additionally regenerates energy. This means that normally that she wouldn't generate energy when in the Bonanza state, or I feel like that Numby would have to generate, maybe, is it additional energy maybe? Additionally regenerates energy. I don't know. I feel like that he should be regenerating energy in the Bonanza state. I mean, but the wording from this makes it seem like that he won't be regenerating any energy when she actually uses her ult and puts him in that state. I'm not so sure on that. I feel like it's additional energy. Maybe it's just worded weird, but I could be wrong. From what it seems like right here, it seems like it's like he only gets energy, well, I guess from this talent right here. Maybe only a certain amount of times. I don't know. Numby enters the Windfall Bonanza state. Damage multiplier and crit damage increases. Also, with enemy with proof of death's hit with a basic attack skill ultimate. And Numby's advanced forward action. Numby exits when after. Okay, cool. So he's going to have a certain number of attacks. Maybe it lasts for the certain amount of attacks when in that state. I have no clue there. I guess that's going to be something we have to wait and see. I wish they would release like at least numbers or something in this to actually tell like how much damage that the character is going to do, or how much the character is going to do in general. It would be really nice to see that, or just like some percentages here, even with like a level 1, then we could speculate what a level 10 would be, or level 10 to level 1. Anyways, something like that. I wish they would tell us more about what this does here. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the Lightcone now, because Topaz is a fire type character, but on top of that, she's gonna be doing follow-up attacks. That's her main way of damage, and right now in the hunt category, there's nothing that would really increase follow-up damage, so this might be something that needs to be ran on her, and there's not really any other 4-star options that increase follow-up damage, but we'll talk about things you might be able to use. But let's just go over the Lightcone first and see what we have going on here. So, worrisome, blissful. So, okay, so it has a 582 attack stat, so that's one of the higher attack stats in the game as far as like the Lightcones go, which is a pretty nice to see. I think it's what, probably the 4th or 5th highest attack stat as far as like Lightcones go in the game. I think Danny's is higher. There's a couple more that are higher than this, but this is a pretty high like base attack stat that this is going to be giving you, which is really nice to see. Talking about what it does now, increasing the wearer's crit rate by 18% and their follow-up attack damage by 30%. That's a pretty big damage increase. After the wearer uses a follow-up attack, apply the tame state to the target, stacking it to 2 times. When allies hit the enemy target under the tame state, every tame state stack increases the crit damage dealt by 12%. Hey, yo! Yeah, so this is gonna be, honestly, this seems like it could be really good for Jing Yuan and specifically, and Clara as well. It basically gives them a crit damage buff, right? So 2 stacks would be a 24% increase there if you can get the 2 stacks on there. And yeah, the follow-up attack damage by 30% is really, really big. I don't think you'll necessarily need this, though. So let's go ahead and hop in the game now and see what other Lightcones they have. They can maybe match up to something like this. Wait, what else do they have on the banner, though? Okay. This one's fine. Mole welcomes you. Oh, resolution of sweats. Okay, so honestly, the Lightcone banner is not that good. I really don't like moles that much, and I really don't like only silence remains. It's, I don't know. I don't like both of these Lightcones. Pearls is nice, though. But yeah, let's see in game now and see what possibly can be ran on her to potentially you could run on her that is not pulling this Lightcone. So let's first take a look at some 4-star options, which would be swordplay. I think swordplay is a very, very big contender for her, right? Because this is going to just give a flat damage increase, basically whenever they get hit, right? So that means whenever numby hits a target, you're going to be stacking this up probably really, really quick. So I think swordplay is honestly a really nice option to run on your Topaz, just because at an S1, what is that? That's a 40% damage increase as long as you're attacking the same target, which I mean, your proof of death's going to be on that singular target anyways, or one target, so you're probably going to be attacking that target every single time regardless. So I mean, this could play really well with her. I think swordplay is a really nice option. Too bad it's not on the current banner to get swordplay, but you know, it is what it is, right? I think it's a good option. Talking about the other Lightcone that's going to be out, which is in the night Lightcone. This is going to be Zila's signature Lightcone. This is going to be increasing your crit rate by 18%. This is also going to be giving you a basic attack and skill damage increase by 6%, depending on how many stacks you have over 100 speed. So I mean, you're going to need to run her fast anyway. She doesn't have much speed in her kit or really anything to speed her up. So I mean, this right here could be good because you're having to run a lot of speed on her anyways to get her going back more often, to do her basic attack, to hit more follow-up attacks. So I mean, this could help her basic attack out. This does not help out follow-up attack damage. It helps out with the crit rate for sure, and not even really the ultimate either. I mean, really the only thing you're getting from this is the crit rate, and it depends on if the skill damage is counted as, or the skill attack is counted as skill damage, or is it considered follow-up attack damage. So that's something else that I'm not sure of. If it counts as skill damage, then sure, this would be really great for her skill efficiency, and honestly, even the basic attack, just her doing a basic attack, get some extra attack off that way. But on top of that, does it feed into the follow-up attack? If it feeds into the follow-up attack, if this multiplier does, then I think this could be really good for her, but I just don't know that yet. Also, Sleep Like the Dead, this is going to increase your crit damage and also increase your crit rate. I mean, running something like this could maybe alleviate the issue of needing to run a crit rate body on her. So, I mean, that could be good. Cruising in the Stellar Sea, I think, is also a good option. Anything that's going to increase her crit rate, right? Or anything that gets you closer to the threshold of that 50% crit rate you need to reach so you can get the increased follow-up attack damage as of right now anyways. We can't talk about what's coming in 1.5 right now. But I think anything that can really assist her crit rate and get up to your threshold that you need to meet for your current set would be really beneficial for her. So, I mean, this right here could also be very good for her. It also is increasing her attack as well whenever you defeat an enemy. So, yeah, more attack for numby. But yeah, these are just some options I think you could run. I mean, I think Only Silence Remains could work on her. I think River Flows in the Springs could work on her. I just think they're not the best options. For sure, her best option, I think, by far is going to be her signature Lightcone. I also think Swordplay is a really strong contender. Even though it doesn't give crit or crit damage, it does give you a damage increase, which is just really nice to see. Anyways, gamers, I think that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you found this video helpful. If you're pulling for Topaz, good luck. Best of luck to you. If you're not pulling for Topaz, then best of luck for whoever you're pulling. And for all the haters in the last video that do not summon for a Topaz video, get rolled, get cucked, and get... Anyways, bye guys, see you later.